Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. I've dressed up, I've put on my nicest blazer, and today we're doing the season awards for the 2024-25 season, voted by you, the viewers. Now, before we get started, there is something I want to say, and that is a massive thank you to everyone who has watched the channel over the past few seasons. This year in particular has been absolutely incredible, quite overwhelming at times for me. Meeting so many of you in person has been great. And actually, the best moments for me have been facilitated by the lovely guys in the media team at Watford Football Club. The opportunity to interview Tom Cleverley, Scott Duxbury, and numerous players, including Kwadwo Bar most recently, which has been my favourite, has been a real pleasure and something I don't take for granted. And that can only be facilitated by you guys watching our content, not just here on YouTube, but across all social platforms. We're the quickest growing Watford community across all platforms currently. As it stands, we've got over 11,000 followers across both Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and here on YouTube, of course. And we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Next season is only going to be bigger and better, and I hope you'll be here to join me for the ride. So once again, a massive thank you from me to you, and I hope we can continue entertaining you next season and beyond. Right, let's get into the awards straight away. The first category is Goal of the Season. And for clarity, all these categories have been voted for by you, the viewers, on our Twitter page. Over 2,000 votes were submitted across all three categories. And these are your three winners, starting with Goal of the Season. The four contenders were Georgie Shakpatatse's free kick against Millwall on the opening game of the season, Vakun Bayo's scissor kick at Vicarage Road against Derby County, Rocco Batta's thunderbolt away at Fulham in the FA Cup third round, and Imran Luz's strike from distance away at Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. And your winner is Rocco Batta's strike at Fulham in the FA Cup. Of course it was. It probably, most definitely was the best goal we've seen this season, both in technique and how far in the top bins it actually was. It was a superb strike by Rocco Batta. The touch, the turn, the drive forward, the ball control, and the technique to strike it with that much power and that much accuracy from how far out it was fantastic to see. And the Watford fans in that away end, well, I was very jealous of you that day. I was so gutted I couldn't be there at Craven Cottage. And yes, we lost the game 4-1 in the end against quite superior Premier League opposition. But that goal in particular gave Watford fans something to go home very happy with on that night. So Rocco Batta, congratulations. You have won the Watford Way's Goal of the Season. Next up is your Young Watford FC Player of the Season. And once again, the rules for this category are as follows. The player in question has to be 21 years old or younger at the beginning of the current campaign. So each player would have been at least 21 years old at the start of the 2024-25 campaign. Your three nominees are Rocco Batta, Mamadou Doumbia, and Kwadwo Bar. Over 500 votes were submitted for this category, and your winner is Kwadwo Bar. Kwadwo Bar taking over 80% of the vote for this one. And I think out of all the categories we have today, this is probably the most obvious answer. Whilst Rocco Batta and Mamadou Doumbia have had fantastic seasons and it's been great to see them develop, in terms of real impact in matches and match winning moments in particular, Kwadwo Bar has been at the centre of some great Watford moments this season. And also, he managed to rattle the entirety of the Pompey fan base, which is great to see. And I think it's a real shame he's not going to be fit for the game at Portsmouth away on Monday. But Kwadwo Bar, a very deserving winner of this category. As I mentioned earlier, I had the pleasure to speak to Kwadwo for a good 20 minutes in our interview a few weeks ago, and I only have positive things to say. He was really lovely off camera as well as on camera, and yeah, I really hope we can keep him in the summer transfer window, because if he stays fit, and that's the key thing, him staying fit, I think he can play a key part in our season next time out. So Kwadwo Bar, congratulations, you have won the Watford Way's Young Player of the Season. Last but not least, it's your Watford FC player of the season. 4 fantastic footballers to choose from who have their own individual qualities. But for me, and for the people who voted, there's really only one standout winner. And you might be surprised at the winner here. You have to wait and see. 4 players to choose from: Imran Louza, Matty Pollock, Georgie Shakpatatse and Kwadwo Bar make up your final contenders. And the winner is Imran Louza, who takes nearly 60% of the vote. Now, a lot of you may be shocked not to see Georgie Shakpatatse take this category, but for me, it's not just about how talented an individual player is, because I think we can all agree that Georgie Shakpatatse on his day is the most talented player, not only at Watford, but potentially in the entire league. But for me, Imran Louza, over the course of the entire season, has been the most consistent player. And I feel in that midfield particularly, if we didn't have Louza fit for as long as he has been, I feel we really would have struggled in that position, especially with the long-term injuries we had to the likes of Pierre Duomo and Tom Deli Bashiru earlier in the campaign. So for me, Imran Louza has had some great moments this year. He nearly won goal of the season earlier, but he's taken player of the season. So a controversial one to end. Do you agree with all 3 winners and all 3 categories? Let me know in the comments section below. Would you change any of the winners? Also, let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe to The Watford Way. Leave a like on the video and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.